It's that time. It is some real education here on Instant Classics and A Christmas Carol. What better book to consider at this time of the year? It is really much more than a book about Christmas. I mean, every once in a while I get the itch in July or in March to pick up this book and read it because it is such a wise book, such a short book. It's an easy read, and yet there is so much wit and so much subtle sarcasm, so much beautiful description in the book. It really is a masterpiece, and it's a small little book you can read anytime. But now I've been asking you all week to consider reading this book to your children on Christmas Eve or sometime before the holiday. I think it would be a wonderful way. No cartoon versions, no old black and white versions, no weird modern versions like Scrooged. Sit them down with the book and read it, and let them practice hearing it. Their little imaginations are much better than anything that CGI can give them. So take the book that was written, and I'm trying to motivate you here all week with some quotes from the book that might get you in the mood, and here's today's. This book is The Ghost of Christmas Present, talking about the sorrow and the suffering in the world that puts a blight on the Christmas spirit. The Christmas spirit is, of course, supposed to be a time of joy and other people and no privation and sharing, and yet still there's such all across the world at this time of the year, such terrible suffering. And so the Ghost of Christmas Present is lecturing Scrooge about the nature of this kind of suffering, and what represents that suffering better than anything are children. At the time of the year that we think of children most as Christmas. So the Ghost of Christmas Present says, quote, seeing the two children that he has under his robe, under his Christmas robe, he has two starving, shivering, frightened, terribly uneducated children, and they're horrifying to Scrooge. And he pulls back his robe and shows Scrooge those two children as he gives the following speech. And Scrooge asks, whose children are they? He responds, they are man's. These are the children of mankind, and they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorance. This girl is want or need. Beware both of them, and all of their degree. But most of all beware this boy, ignorance. For on his brow I see that written, which is doom, unless the writing be erased. Even worse than hunger is the ignorance that comes with poverty and misery. And it is precisely those children that grow up, these children who grow up with no boundaries, no conscience, who grow up ignorant of civil morals and manners and the basic decencies of human dignity. Those are the ones who trigger wars and killings, and even sometimes flying planes into buildings.